Where the fuck is Chase at?
Hey, I'm telling you,
I'm coming.
He's about to be doing something stupid. Just
I'm
wait
not,
for it.
I'm not doing anything.
Dr. Captain Clutch is a ghost on screen.
I'm just fine.
All right, Chase. Real quick before we get this started, were you listening to that in your headset?
Yes.
All right. When we end this and it's on in your headset, listen to the right ear. Listen to what's coming through the right side. It's all the guitars on the right are all clean guitars, and
If you want me to be honest,
yeah,
the very first one that you gave to us sounded better in terms of its quality, but I really like.
That's because this one is fucked up.
but this one has more parts to it, so I just assumed that was the reason why. But no, actually, man, I must be a music genius.
It's fucked up.
No,
I don't know. I don't know
go with
I'm just fucking laughing.
12, 16, 20.
All right, a lot to get into. We got one more week of the regular season left after what we had last week, and it's going to be a crazy fucking week. Chase was the highest scoring team of the week with 204.74. Actually, the third highest scoring week in our league history. So,
my team didn't
shout out to you for that one.
Sitting all of my players, like I said last week. So
yeah. So obviously Chase got the win over G-Rob, which is probably the highest margin of victory we've ever had. Also, because G-Rob only scored 84 points, 120-point victory for Chase.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that much. I knew it was a bunch.
120.02.
Wow.
To put that in perspective, Grant Collins only scored 121.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, good week for you, Chase. I beat Hayden 179 to 105. Sweet Pea 145 over Grant Collins 121. Trey squeaked out a victory over Jed.
Wow. We were watching that
crazy
live.
game.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't watch that at all.
Yeah, we knew because we felt like if you were texting or online with us, you would be shitting a brick.
Yeah, dude, I just woke up and I was like, "Oh man, I almost lost that."
Well, and so like when they went down with it was like 30 seconds left. Jameis throws a pass on the left side, and it's like a 30-yard pass interference penalty to the one.
Yes.
So if that doesn't happen, I bet you lose.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But they got that, and then Jameis, I still don't know what he saw on that last pass that he threw.
He didn't see is what happened.
Yeah. Well, he got LASIK. He should have been seeing fine. And then Wendell with a victory over Tyler by 5.
Yeah, whatever.
6 to 149.9.
He cheated.
That sets the stage for what is about to be a wild fucking last week.
Luckily, there's not a bunch of like buys or anything like that. That would be really crazy.
Yeah, well, I have buys, but it doesn't mean anything for me.
Have you looked at my bench?
No.
I've got basically. You just look at it.
Would you just look at it?
It's like the vast majority of my team is on buy.
Oh, nice.
Let's see how many I've got on buy this week.
Yeah, Drake May, Richardson, Estime. So you got ETN, Tillman, Isavas, and Watson are your only bench players that are playing.
Yep, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on buy this week.
Yeah,
7 if you count Rashad Bateman, which I think they're going to leave him as out, so he may not even.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah, if they leave him out, then it'll be fine. The issue is that I've got CeeDee Lamb on Monday night.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so I'm already having to pick out of one of my lessers on my bench, I think, because I don't think Cedric Tillman's going to play. So it's like, do I really risk sitting him? I guess it just depends on how the noon games go.
Right.
I do have a start sit question for you all. And I don't necessarily have to win this matchup, but if I do, it ensures that I'm in the playoffs. If I lose, like I have to lose by like 80 points in order to not make the playoffs. But who would you start? Elijah Moore against Pittsburgh with Jameis Winston throwing it galore. I have Jalen Waddle against the Jets, or I picked up Ike Westbrook-Ikhine.
It feels gross to say Elijah Moore, but that's who I would play. That's who I would play.
Wait, if Cedric Tillman doesn't play, which I did
plays.
not know, I thought Cedric Tillman was playing. That's why I was
No, he
like,
meant I don't know that he is.
I'd say Moore's probably the safer play. Waddle's got your highest ceiling. And Nick Westbrook-Ikhine could get you 1 catch for 10 yards, or he could get you 4 catches for 100 and 2 touchdowns.
I couldn't agree more with that.
Recently, he scored 8 touchdowns in the last 8 games.
yeah, it's freaking insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting him, but that's because I don't have anything to play for this week.
I saw where he's scoring on like 80% of his or 40% of his receptions. He's scoring on.
Yeah, he's got 20 catches on the year and 8 touchdowns.
It's wild.
Yeah. So back to our standings. So I've clinched the 1. Chase has clinched the 2. So we've got the 2 buys locked in. Wendell has clinched a playoff spot at 15-11. So Wendell will either be the 3, the 4, or the 5, because he's 104 points ahead of Jed. So even if they tied, I still feel like Wendell would get the tiebreaker over him. So then that leaves Tyler, Trey, Jed, and G-Rob for the last 3 spots.
Does Trey play Jed this week?
No.
No, I played Jed last week.
That would be so good.
Trey plays Sweet Pea, who is actually on a pretty good run over the last couple of weeks. And Jed has Hayden. So Hayden's, it's in Jed's favor there, because Hayden's not paying a lick of attention. And then Tyler and G-Rob are playing each other. That makes that the biggest matchup of the week. There is a scenario where we could finish with all 4 teams at 14-14.
I hope that happens.
And how that would have to happen is the medians would be me, Wendell, G-Rob, Sweet Pea, and Chase. And then that would give G-Rob the win over Tyler in the matchup. Trey would lose, and Jed would win his but not get the median. And if that were to happen, then it would just depend on how many points were scored, which the points between those, Tyler has 1,827.9. G-Rob has 1,778.7. Trey 1,718.98, and then Jed 1,707.4. So Trey and Jed are a little bit lower. They would have to have big weeks to help them in a tie-breaking scenario. So it really, anything can happen in those last 3 spots. Tyler and Trey just need to win 1 to get in, to guarantee it. Jed needs to get both wins to guarantee and get in, and G-Rob needs a hell of a lot of help and win both.
I don't like this very much.
I don't either.
So yeah, pretty damn wild. And if we went, so I know I mentioned if we played in a standard league with no median and then looking at records based off potential points, no median, we would have the same top 3 clinch in the playoffs with me, Chase, and Wendell. Then Jed and Trey would be 7-6. Tyler and G-Rob would be 6-7 for those last 3 spots. So same 4 people there. But then if we looked at potential points, me, Chase, Tyler, and Trey would all have clinched spots. Then you get G-Rob at 12-14, Sweet Pea at 12-14, Wendell at 11-15, Jed at 11-15 for the last 2 spots. if everybody had played their most perfect lineup every week.
So you're saying I'm a bad manager?
Yes.
Awesome. I feel really good about myself.
You are ninth out of our 10-team league at 83.8%.
I think what you really mean to say there, and we've gone over this a few times, is that
You
I have
have
a
a
good
good bench?
bench. I have a good
Yeah.
bench. I mean, I have a good bench. Just say it. Let's just call it spade a spade. I have a good bench.
Well, hey, I'm saying that about my team over the last couple weeks because I've gone from second to fifth.
Yeah, but you and Chase had to trade to get those teams. I just have that team. I didn't have to trade all my draft picks to get it.
But you still made trades though.
Yeah, but I didn't trade the house. I was kidding at first, but now I'm being for real. I didn't trade the
should
house.
have. You should have had to.
No.
You
Trade
traded
the
it.
house?
Yeah, you should have. But you traded a
Why?
bag of chips.
Oh, you're talking about Brock Bowers. Look, timing is really, it's honestly, it's incredibly important.
I thought we weren't going to bring that up.
I'm bringing it up for
Hey,
the
let
rest
me-
of time.
Let me ask you this. Who would you rather have Dynasty on your team, Bucky Irving or Kenneth Walker?
Bucky.
Yeah, it's kind of looking like Bucky right now, right?
Could you imagine if somebody traded Bucky for Kenneth Walker week 2?
Yeah, I can.
Who
That'd
did
Like
that?
that,
crazy.
you would think they were idiots, and now look at it.
Yeah.
Today, you would think that they're idiots, but on week 2, you're not thinking that they're an idiot.
No, week 2,
You're
I'm
thinking-
thinking
You're thinking the
You're
person
thinking an
that
idiot the
traded-
other way.
Yeah.
whoever
He was
traded
talking
away
on the
Kenneth
side of the
Walker.
Ken Walker side. That's what he was saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
The one
yes.
who won Ken Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
way, if I mean, we don't veto trades.
No.
But if somebody did that week 1, 2, or 3, I would be like, come on,
Come on.
man.
Yeah.
That-
What are we doing?
Yeah.
but now it's like, man, that's actually
Well, and the other crazy part about it is Bucky Irving went undrafted in our 4-round rookie draft.
Yes. I had to look up and find out where it was.
Wow.
Will, you picked him up off of waivers.
Mm-hmm.
Free
He's-
agent.
And I had
year's-
him on
this
my
year's Puka
taxi
Nakua.
squad at the beginning of the year.
July 31st when you picked him up. I looked it up
wow.
because I was like, was he drafted? Because I was like, what were the running backs that I drafted? And I was like, was Bucky Irving even drafted? Nope.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what really sucks about this, talking about this trade shit for me? I made that trade for Brian Robinson, and he's been, I think, injured half the weeks.
Yeah.
But the weeks he plays, he's been great.
He's been all right.
No,
Yeah.
he was not good last week.
Didn't he score like a 40-yard rushing touchdown to start the game, and then ended up with like 90 and a touchdown or something? I mean, he only played half the game.
No. Are you talking about Brian Robinson?
Talking about
you're
Chris
thinking of
Rodriguez.
2 weeks ago. Brian Robinson last week against the Titans had 17.9. He had 16
Oh.
for 103 and a
Yeah, he
touchdown.
did. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of 2
Yeah.
weeks ago against Dallas. My bad. You're right.
Yeah, against Dallas,
right.
he got hurt against Dallas.
Yeah. Why does Dallas feel like it was last week?
No, I don't know. Last week it was like one of the first couple plays of the game. He scored a 40-yard rushing touchdown, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
that was quick 10 points.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was like
Yeah.
their third or fourth offensive play of the game.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah, you're right. That was The week before that, I was is what I was thinking of because he 3 points that week and then he missed 2. When did we make that trade?
Like week 5, I
5.
think.
So I would
Before the
have-
week 5 games.
Before the week 5 games. So
Mhm.
I've had him for 5 through 13, so 8 weeks, but he's missed 3 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Brock Bowers has missed a game in there. It was a bye week.
And now he's third in the league in receiving yards.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Jerry Jeudy with his 250 yards or whatever he had
I saw this.
went from 30th to tied for 4th
That's
in
wild.
receiving yards in the league.
I was looking at as far as points go. Jamar Chase is 60 points, I think, somewhere around there ahead of Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's in second place. And then from second to whoever is in third, I can't remember, there's like a couple of points of difference.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a 50-point game and a 40-point game,
Yeah.
To help.
yeah. Let's see who it
Why the
is.
fuck? Is this my fucking phone doing that? What is that?
No, it's probably Tyler's.
What?
You-
Oh yeah. I just-
okay. I'm not the
I
only
just
one
picked
here.
up.
Okay.
Okay.
I
my
heard
bad.
it a little bit. It kept going in and out, though. It wasn't as bad as what it was the other night.
I'm hearing it
Wow.
fucking
Monitor.
the whole time.
Oh, is it this? Hang on, let me see. Is it this?
Oh, it's his monitor. It's not his phone.
Do you
It's
hear
his
it
regular
now?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, y'all just be on. If you hear my child screaming or something, you just let me know because I can't hear it at all now. So, all right, I'll turn it
Nice.
down. Can you hear it now? Yes or no?
A little bit, but not as bad.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm deaf.
don't-
I
I don't-
can't. So.
I don't
There
want
it
you
is.
to miss your child screaming if you. So I'll.
That's
I'll
fine.
make it better.
We'll just blame it on Uncle Trey. It's no big deal.
They don't like me anyway.
That's right.
All right. Here we go. I got something new for y'all. It's time for starts and sits of the week. It's time for.
No, let
There
it
you
run
go.
on a loop. Let it run a bunch. Just
Also
let it keep
did-
going.
I thought
The
it
hell
was going
was
to be,
that?
a little louder than that.
I want to do mine first, and I want to do this because
Well, don't we
I'm
need
playing-
to recap last week?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's a good idea. I went 0 for 2. I'm sure.
I want to recap that because I'm the only one that won one,
Mhm.
and that's saying something considering that I've sucked.
Yeah. So my start sit, Calvin Ridley, chose the wrong Titans wide receiver.
Kidding.
Christian McCaffrey was my sit, but obviously he got hurt,
Yeah.
so that's
He
a
was
wash.
looking good too.
He was
Yeah.
going to not be a sit. But Trey, your start was Brian Thomas Jr. You got close. But didn't
He just
quite get
barely come
20.
up shot, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, it was like
and
18
then
something.
your sit was T. Higgins.
Also didn't work.
And Brian Thomas Jr. got most of his points after Trevor Lawrence got killed. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They sent him to IR today.
yeah, he's
Saw
going to go
that.
ahead and have shoulder surgery. So, I mean, what's the point of him missing 4 games and coming back for week 17 or 18 when they're
I know.
already
they suck.
way out of it?
I hope Mac Jones somehow finds a way to beat you all or beat somebody on the way in. So, Tyler, your start was Bryce Young.
Very close.
Very.
Very close.
Your sit was Derrick Henry.
Honestly, closer than I thought it was going to be. Was he at 14
Yeah,
points?
I mean, he had an
that's-
off game.
Yeah, he didn't play well. Can we talk about this before we get too far away from this? Can we talk about the Adam Thielen, Terry McLaurin situation that everyone hated me for?
I was.
I
too
did
right.
not
you
expect
were
Terry
right.
McLaurin to catch 2 touchdowns.
Had they not overturned what I thought looked like a touchdown, but obviously they
It
can't.
was.
They can't overturn it. Had they not done that, he would have scored more than Terry McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
So all I heard is that Terry McLaurin scored more than Adam Thielen, and that I won the bet.
Yeah.
You're correct.
No, he was definitely much more involved in the game plan, and honestly, he wasn't really involved early on, and then he started to just. He was the only guy that he was throwing it to. I just thought that by this time of the year, you want to see what your young guys got in you. But I guess ultimately, the whole point that you brought in these veteran wide receivers is to build your young wide receivers, but to see what you have in your young quarterback in Bryce Young, since he's been playing so well since his benching. What are y'all doing? Laughing about?
So on my screen, it looks like you're coming out of your frame because your headset is lined up with the top of it, kind of like
Perfectly.
that.
Let me come back into it. There you go.
Yeah, right.
There
Anyway.
you are.
3D
Our-
illusion here.
There you are. Boom. But yeah, no, I think it does make Bryce Young a good taxi squad or taxi placement
Hey.
if you have him.
He's looked good for a while.
He's on my
looked
taxi
good.
squad.
It really interests me since this is such a bad quarterback class. Like, who rolls with their dudes? You know.
Yeah.
Does Russell Wilson re-sign with the Steelers? That looks like a definite. Does Jameis Winston stay with the Browns?
I heard
You
somebody.
You would think that, but with how Flacco did last year, and they didn't even ask him to resign.
Yeah, but Flacco was old.
But they had to give Deshaun Watson one more try.
Jameis is just fucking stupid. So I mean, what's the difference?
I saw somebody float
Hey,
the
listen,
idea of the.
let's not talk bad about J-Bo, okay? Let's not.
Yeah,
do
he's
that.
awesome. I would
Not
wear
on
a
this
Jameis Winston
podcast.
jersey. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rep that every day.
Yeah.
Someone said clone
good way.
Jameis Winston, let him start for all 32 teams.
NFL would be
that
a
would
lot
be
more
fun.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw somebody float the idea of the Browns trading their perceived high first round draft pick and Deshaun Watson to trade back. Just to
And
get him off the
Deshaun
team.
Watson.
To give up their early first and Deshaun Watson just to get him off the team.
Yeah, so one, they would have so much dead money, it would be hilarious. And two, his cap hit would be unbearable for any team that wants to take him.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
at
not-
this point, does a
They're
single team
stuck with
actually
him.
want to take them?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could.
That's
Let's
what I
talk about
didn't know.
quarterbacks you'd rather have over Deshaun Watson. Would you rather have Zach Wilson?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this could be fun. Who else is there out there that sucks? Who's the
Josh
Badgett
Dobbs.
guy? I'd take Dobbs.
Hey, I've got a tough one actually.
right.
I've got a hard one that I think Brock Osweiler or
I'll take Brock.
Oh,
Ozzy.
No. Yeah, the guy hasn't played in, what, 4 years?
Yeah, at least.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Deshaun Watson or Mason Rudolph?
God,
Rudolph.
that's gross. That's
Yeah,
gross.
they both suck.
I don't feel good about it.
That's gross.
Deshaun-
Rudolph is my backup quarterback.
Deshaun Watson or Spencer Rattler?
Spencer,
Rattler
just
for
'cause he's
sure.
young.
Deshaun
You could potentially
Watson
develop
or
him.
Tommy DeVito?
I guess Tommy, but
It's Bison.
it's disgusting too.
Okay, last one. That one's really gross. I'm not doing that one.
No, do that
Deshaun Watson or Taylor Heineke?
Heineke, 100%.
Yeah.
That's-
Wasn't he the
Hey,
passing yards leader
Washington
for
dude.
like
Speaking
10
of
weeks
Watson-
last year?
Yeah, he was good at
Yeah.
one point.
Did y'all see the thing about there was some podcast in Cleveland that's like somewhat verified with the team that referenced Deshaun Watson and compared him to Spam, the sandwich or the Spam
The canned meat?
sandwich or what? Yeah, they compared him to that, and Spam actually sent them a letter and copied the Browns on it and said, "While we appreciate you referencing our stuff, we don't want to be acknowledged
Yeah.
with him."
The damn.
And said, "Here's what we stand for," and it's like we don't have a troubled past, and
Yeah.
we don't have any open allegations. So
Dang.
Wow,
Damn.
that's awesome.
yeah, it was pretty great.
Yeah, basically, you just told me that I'd take almost everybody over Deshaun Watson. So
Yeah, I
thank
think
you.
I would too.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Whoa!
Will, I'm gonna give you your flowers.
Oh, hang on, what was that noise?
I accidentally hit this one called "Feeding the Ducks."
Did you accidentally open up another tab on your browser?
Yeah. Oh, this is one of the fucking music things that's on this.
Oh, it's playing on my laptop.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
speaking
know.
of music things, Will, I sent you a new file that should sound good.
In my
I don't
email?
know, 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably exactly 20 minutes ago.
Yep,
All
there
right,
it
so
is.
give Will his kudos for his
Started
victory.
Bucky Irving.
smart.
He sat Joe Burrow though. So,
That was pretty terrible.
He did
Oh, yeah.
have what 2 fumbles and an interception,
yeah.
so he lost 6 points.
But he got like 20 points
Yeah.
altogether. The records are now 8-15.5 for me, 9-17 for both Trey and Tyler, and then Will is 5-21, working his way back up.
Hell yeah, boys. And speaking of record, I've also set the record for most wins in a single season in our league.
Yay!
Also, the most games in a season.
Did you?
24. It tied last year and the year before
We-
that.
Didn't we have one more game this year or this year than last year? Or was that our
No.
last year?
No, so we started that. Hang on.
when they went to 18
When they-
weeks for the NFL. It was 17 games, but 18 weeks.
Yeah, when did they do that?
2 years ago.
Oh,
So-
Has it
it's
been
more than
2
that.
seasons?
So
Yeah.
last year we had
Full
14
seasons.
weeks. The year before that we had. The year before that we had 15. Because Trey went 21-9.
Oh, we only had 4 playoff teams that year. Because last
that
year
is
was the
true.
first year with 6 playoff teams, so we had
Yep.
less.
Oh,
So actually,
okay.
it's less games then. No, it's right
Yeah.
on par. It's
And
right
the
on
year
par.
before that was 30. So, yeah, the last 2 years we've actually gone down in number of games.
Yeah, we added more playoff teams. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So, thanks for making it look even better.
You're welcome. I did that with you in mind. I said,
Yeah,
you know
appreciate
which
that.
team's going to randomly be super, really awesome? I said, I need to make sure that he can do this. He needs to set some records.
Guy that I traded his future first for, thinking his team would suck this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I think you got rid of that first for like Debo Samuel or somebody who's.
Which, well, no, that was probably for either Tyreek Hill or Joe Mixon. There we go.
So you had
That
a
one
1
has
in 3
worked out.
chance of being very satisfied with that pick.
Yeah. No, my 2 rookie running backs were what I traded for Debo.
Oh, that's
Which-
right. Yeah.
Which, as of right now, it's like, ugh. But I mean, even then, I wouldn't be starting those rookie running backs. Like Blake Corum may be getting a little bit more involved, but he's not going to be able to be a starter this
Yeah.
year, in my opinion, especially during the playoffs. So, like, I did the right thing, but in the future, it may bite me in the butt.
I hope it does.
Thanks.
It's gonna one of you two is gonna leave this year and be pissed. One of you two is gonna be dissatisfied with the decisions you've made.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Could be
inevitable.
Well,
If it's
I feel
both,
like
I'm gonna die.
yeah, right.
It's gonna
That's
be Wendell.
gonna
Wendell's
happen.
gonna win. Wendell's gonna
Yeah.
get it.
His team is hot.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're good.
Who's your all's starting sit for this week?
Yeah,
Here, I want to go first because I'm playing G-Rob in what seems to be a very important game.
Mhm.
So my start of the week is his starting tight end, Will Disley.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
trying to go.
No, I'm gonna hedge my bets here. He's my start of the week, Will Disley, and I'm also I have to redo my sit because I didn't realize that my start and sit were both on his team. I was gonna sit George Kittle, but I'm not going to
Oh,
now
yeah.
because he's on his team. But I am gonna take for our gambling section here. I'm gonna take Calvin Ridley and Will Disley for the touchdown,
All right.
and then I'll pick my sit very quickly if you give me 1 second. And I'm going to sit, let's sit Evan Ingram. Easy peasy.
All right.
I'm going all tight, well, all but one tight ends there.
Yeah. Giggity.
All right. Well, I went with a tight end or one of these 2 tight ends. Any Cowboy tight end I'm going to be starting. If Jake Ferguson comes out of concussion protocol, that's who I'll be starting.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
If he doesn't play,
Hey, I'll take any of the Titans wide receivers, please.
right.
No, if Jake Ferguson plays, then it's going to be Jake Ferguson. But if he doesn't, then I'm putting in the Schoonmaker.
Scoon man.
But my sit's going to be Ken Walker against Arizona. Arizona's defense has literally turned a 180 this year, being the best matchup for literally any position early on in the year to now really shutting you down. But it doesn't help that they can't get Kyler Murray to be consistent and actually win them games. So I expect Ken Walker to have a continued train of bad games in a row, because last week I think he had 3.5, something like that. He was stopped completely. So I expect it to continue.
Who'd you start?
Either Jake Ferguson, if he comes out
that's
of
right.
concussion protocol, or the Schoonmaker.
I'm trying to multitask here, and I didn't catch who you said. Also, fuck you on your sit, because that's who I picked too.
Ah, there you are. Ken
Damn.
Walker. Who's your start?
Mr. Eda W. Jameis Winston.
He did-
Whoa.
I love Jameis Winston.
He's thrown over 40 passes 3 of the last 4 games, and the one he didn't was against Pittsburgh. So I think that's going to change.
He's thrown over 330 yards in the last 3 of his 5 games. The fact that that's
Yep.
your benchmark, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I'm going.
All right, Trey, it's up to you.
All right, man. My start of this week is also on the Cowboys. Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, I figured. Do you think
It-
CeeDee Lamb is going to be playing or not?
I'm not sure if he plays or if he doesn't play. I don't know how much it matters
Okay.
because you guys have seen Cincinnati's defense.
Ricky
I
Riff.
feel like this is out of
You
anger.
know what I'm talking about. They have a little bit, yeah. They do things where it's like, oh man, that was really good, and then they just completely fucking blow it. So, I mean, we should win this game, but we're probably gonna fucking lose.
Who's your sit?
I'm gonna make Chris Collinsworth so proud. I'm picking this boy, fucking bitch ass Patrick Mahomes. Sit that motherfucker. Fuck him.
He's playing the Chargers, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna say the Chargers pull away with this one. I hope.
It does seem like their games are a little too close.
And they're all close. If you've watched any of them, they're all too fucking close. And they almost always get lucky in some form or fashion to be able to win.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Get a call to go their way.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't, and I'm, I won't, it's, I think I've said this before on here. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, they're fucking cheating. The refs are fucking paid for. But I don't think you can sit here and watch their games and not at least think that everything goes their way.
Yeah.
It just does. There was I don't know who I sent it to. I don't remember if I sent it to you guys or not, but they, it was a chart of what the rankings and win-losses would look like across the teams if every one possession game went the opposite result.
Yeah.
It was me. Yeah.
Was it you that I sent it to?
Yeah.
They would have a losing record.
Yeah.
They would be like 2-8, and at the time the Bengals would have been like 8-2. I mean, totally flip flopped them from top to bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't find this fucking thing here. Oh shit, I didn't send it to you. Yeah, so pick the fuck. Oh my god, this phone's about to get tossed out of the fucking. Jesus fucking Christ!
Just go buy you a new one.
It's about time. So the Chiefs. I won't even bring up the Bengals because I don't. The Chiefs would be 2-7. This was as of week 10, I think. Yeah. Because Cincinnati would be 8-2. The Broncos would be 8-2. The Jaguars would be 7-3. And I mean, I don't feel like the rest of this is super surprising.
Good teams
And,
find a way to win. Bad teams find a way to lose,
Yep. Amen to that.
Tyler had.
That's the thing, though. I don't think they're finding a way to win. Like
The bad teams are finding ways to lose, is what you're saying?
I'm talking about one particular team. I don't think is finding ways to win. I think they
Man,
are.
just say it. You think the Chiefs are getting it handed to them?
I do think they're getting it handed to them. I do. I absolutely do. But I'm not. I'm not saying that it's like they're paying for it or that like that it's that the whole entire thing is rigged or anything like that. That's not because you could very easily like make or say that I'm making that argument. I'm not saying that. I just it's almost always a fucking call that is in their favor at the end of the fucking game that seals the deal for them. And it just is. Anybody watching, it's always that. Whether it's the right call or you think it's a questionable call or whatever, it always works out in their favor. That's all I'm saying. And most of the time, it's not something that they've done. It's something the other team has fucked up on. That's all I'm saying.
Could we make that like just a soundbite to where it's just we just always all we hear is you talk about how you love the Chiefs?
Yeah, we
Maybe
can
we'll
make it a
find-
soundbite. Dude, I
I'll
feel
go
like I'm-
find compilations.
I feel like I've had a better rant against the Chiefs that you could use for a soundbite. Like I'm actually fairly confident I said something a couple of weeks ago
Yeah,
where I was just raging about it. I'm actually pretty
Just
calm right this
record it
second.
and send it to me, and I'll make it one of these noises that I can just click and play.
Dude, I don't know that I really want to do this, but I would rather go back and find, whatever it was 6 weeks ago where I was losing my fucking shit about, and I was basically screaming at you guys about how much I hated them. It had to have been right after the Bengals game, or maybe 2 weeks after the Bengals game against the Chiefs, where I was like, I just fucking lost it.
That's awesome.
Fucking hate those guys.
We didn't bring up Trey's favorite part of talking about the worst manager and bench warmers of the week.
Oh my God.
Hayden was the worst manager of the week at 75%.
Jesus Christ.
Hayden also started players who were on bye.
Yeah, and Amir Abdullah, who was inactive. So Tyler got the quarterback of the week with Josh Allen. I got the running back of the week with Bucky Irving. Jed obviously got wide receiver of the week with Jerry Jeudy, and then Tyler got tight end of the week with Brock Bowers.
Still lost though.
Yep.
Still lost.
Damn.
Bench warmer of the week was Grant Collins with Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited.
Fuck.
Wendell with the running back bench warmer of the week with Najee Harris.
Damn.
He still beat me.
Yeah. I had the bench warmer of the week at wide receiver with Scary Terry. And then Sweet Pea with the tight end bench warmer of the week with Mark Andrews.
I gotta figure out who you guys started over some of these people because like
Are you talking about me and why I didn't start Terry McLaurin?
yeah, who did you start in favor of Terry McLaurin?
A combination of Jalen Waddle and Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
I did that because they were playing the Titans, and the Titans had the number one pass defense in the league.
Yeah. I mean, like you still would have won regardless of if you had made that start or sit or not. So I guess it really doesn't matter. But
Well, and it's funny enough, my potential points this week was more than Chase's by 1.5.
nice.
Yeah, but and I also had I had McLaurin with 27.3. I had Westbrook Akine with 21.1. I had Marvin Harrison with 17, and Isaiah Likely with 17.3. Which Isaiah Likely I wouldn't have started, and then Caleb Williams with 26.14. So, like, if I would have started, McLaurin and Harrison instead of Taysom Hill and Jalen Waddle, which Taysom Hill had 12.2 before he tore his ACL. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm looking at Sweet Pea's team to see who he started. He started Hunter Henry as his main tight end, who got 18, which is good.
That's good.
And then he had Garrett Wilson, Alvin Kamara, Lad McConkey as his
I mean, really, the only player in
flexes.
his starting lineup that wasn't really a hot start was Amir Abdullah, but I don't know that I would have started Ray Davis over him.
Yeah.
Like Mark Andrews, I don't know. You wouldn't start him over Garrett Wilson, who was his lowest flex spot.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking at. Like, who did you?
Maybe he would have. Maybe he could have started Alvin Kamara and running back, and then started Andrews over Amir Abdullah. But that's about the only thing you can think of.
But he didn't play Amir Abdullah, did he?
Yeah, started him a running back. Didn't even start him in the flex. Started him a running back.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could argue that would have been a better decision to put Kamara up there as your second running back, and then it started two tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yeah,
Well, it's just like we were talking in our text about Tyler and Sam Laporta with his 3 catches for 6 yards and 2 touchdowns, and how he thought about starting him but didn't.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
So,
Super frustrating.
Man.
all right. What else we got? Is there anything else this week?
I don't know, man. Is there anything else?
I don't know.
I
Next
don't-
week we'll get to talk about the playoffs and how they're shaking up and
No,
how the
pumped.
matchups look.
It's getting crazy, fellas. It's almost the end of the
Yep.
season already, and it's like kind of bumming me the fuck out.
I hope we
No.
end up with a tiebreaker scenario for the last playoff spot. It's gonna be awesome. It's awesome with a capital A.
I don't want that because I feel like I'm involved in that.
So
And
You just
I
wanna
wanna
win it
be-
outright?
Oh, I just want to be in it. I don't want
So
to be
here's the
involved
thing.
in.
if there's a tiebreaker, you gotta hope that Jed is also tied and that you outscore him by 7 points.
Okay.
Is it 7 or 11?
Yeah.
You gotta outscore him by 11.58. If you and Jed tie and you outscore him by 11 points, you're in the playoffs based on how the tiebreaker works on Sleeper.
Mm.
Can I
Or you're a
tell you
seahead.
all
But-
my other league though? Since we're talking about playoffs and it's also the final week of this regular season, so it's the one that I am the commissioner on.
Mm-hmm.
You just cheat and you'll make the playoffs. It's that easy.
Well, okay. So first place is 8-5. Okay, in this league.
Oh my god.
Second place is 8-5. Third place is 8-5. Fourth place is 8-5. Fifth place is 8-5, and sixth place is 7-6.
That's the wildest thing I've
So
ever
the person in first
What?
place could, in theory, miss the playoff.
Yeah, in theory, but no. The dude in first place is third in total scoring. So obviously a tiebreaker, but 6th and 7th place are 7-6. So ultimately, I am the lowest score. Oh no, I'm the second lowest scoring team that's at 8-5 right now. So if one team loses and if both of the 7-6 teams win, then it could knock out one of the 8-5 people that are tied for first currently
Wow.
in the league.
Crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, there's 5 people tied at 8-5, and then 2 people at 7-6. Everyone else is out, obviously.
Golly.
That's insane.
It's so
I thought
fun.
my league was kind of crazy because I have like the highest scoring team and I'm barely making the playoffs.
Well,
And we play
my
the
ESPN
median.
league, our playoff bracket, which we don't start the playoffs till next week, also, but our playoff teams, it's a 10-team league, and 8 teams get in. And I was
Golly.
5-7 going into last week, and I was already clinching my playoff spot.
Damn. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow.
'Cause it's we got 10-3, 8-5, 8-5, 3 at 7-6, and me and one other at 6-7, then a 4-9 and a 2-11.
It's wild.
I'm 6-7 with the number 1 overall pick, and I picked McCaffrey, and then I had Nico Collins, and I took Jonathan Brooks, and I have J.K. Dobbins.
Oof.
Yeah.
I know. I'm scrounging for running backs this week. I'm starting Jonathan Brooks.
No.
Maybe it's his week to pop off.
It could be. I've stopped hanging on to because I basically I need home run hitters to even win this league.
Do you need a golden at bat, like what Major League Baseball is talking about? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. That's what I need because I've dropped my Cam Akers because I have Aaron Jones. I dropped him to pick up Westbrook Akine.
NWI.
have picked up Elijah Moore, dropping somebody else. So my running backs are absolute garbage. I have Aaron Jones, Ramondre Stevenson, Trey Benson, Zach Charbonnet, and Jonathan Brooks. My wide receivers have been Jamar Chase, and my quarterback's been Joe Burrow, who's been basically carrying me the way. Marvin Harrison is my other wide receiver who's on and off. Sam Laporta seems like, maybe he gets a little bit more involved. Jaden Daniels was my other quarterback, and then Brian Thomas Jr., Jalen Waddle are my other wide receivers in a 12-team league. So it's like, I was sitting on the wide receivers, but I never could get the running back position going there, which is what led me to be tied for first right now. So at 8-5, it's freaking stupid.
Chase, do you have your bets, or do you need more time to think about those?
No, I haven't pulled up. I'm going to stick with the over-unders. I'm going to go over on the Vikings and Falcons game.
All right.
And then I'm going to go over on the Bills and Rams game.
Buff. So I had picked 3, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to go to 2. Trey, I'm assuming you don't want in on this again.
I do not. Yeah. Mm-mm.
So before Tyler picked the Calvin Ridley touchdown, I had Nick Westbrook-Akine with a touchdown.
Do it. Because before I realized the Grant thing, I had Will Levis for over 1.5 touchdowns.
Yeah. And then my other 2 that I had was Bucky over 65.5 rushing yards.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pretty
And
solid.
Seattle and Arizona under 45.5. So
that sounds pretty good too.
So Seattle and Arizona, their last 4 games against each other have gone under. Seattle's 5 of the last 6 have gone under, and Arizona's 4 of the last 5 have gone under.
They're going to score 70 points.
Well, they played 2 weeks ago, and it was 16-6.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a low-scoring affair. Their defenses are both kind of killing it at the moment.
So which 2 should I go with? Should I go with the Nick Westbrook-Akine touchdown and the Bucky over yards?
I would do Bucky over yards and then the Arizona Cardinals.
I would
Seattle under.
I think if you can do the under on Nick to score a touchdown, I would do that. He's burning too hot. He's flying too close to the sun. He's got to slow down.
He's been doing it for like 4 weeks in a row, though.
Yeah, well,
Well,
Kyle
it's
Pitts
8
had
weeks.
4 weeks in a row where he was absolute stud too.
I
so.
started him last week in this stupid league, which led me to lose my matchup. I could be literally sole first place if I did not start Kyle Pitts.
9-5 or whatever it is.
All right, let's
Yeah,
see what
9-4. Yeah.
9-4. I'm gonna go ahead and open up Call of Duty. By the way.
All right.
I'm doing a hard reset on my Xbox at the moment.
Well, did you just buy a computer already? Just go get one.
It's so
Nick
expensive.
Westbrook-Akine actually has better anytime touchdown odds than Calvin Ridley does.
That's
Oh,
stupid.
shit.
Yeah, Westbrook-Akine's plus 185, Ridley's plus 190.
Oh, that's close then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Under, over.
Alrighty, boys.
Yep. All right.
All right, just stick around to hear the outro.
Outro.
That I've actually updated now with Trey's new music. So Trey, let me
Yeah,
know
I'm
how
Good
to-
Trey. Is all I'm
Listen,
gonna say.
listen, my
It's just
left
going to
ear.
be right ear.
Like I said, right
Okay.
here.
Let me put my headphone on over here.